Tech Me Out. Today we're going to be taking a look at what is on my iPhone, the Jailbreak edition, part 3. Now, I do have a few tweaks that I have installed since the last one that I've done, as well as still keeping a few that I've shown you in the past. So if I mention or show you some tweaks that were in my past videos, that is why. But enough of all that, let's go ahead and jump into what is on my iPhone. Taking a look at my device here, in my status bar in the far left-hand corner, that bear, or the Kanye West bear, was achieved with the tweak known as Zepplin. And venturing below that down here at my clock, that is known as Jelly Lock Clock. So it gives you a transparent clock similar to that found on the Android devices. Venturing all the way to the bottom of my device, I no longer have the slide to unlock option, and I instead have this little circle here that will allow me to either unlock my device, quickly open up into my music, open up my calculator, my clock, or my camera, all from just sliding over that action. Now, this tweak is known as Jelly Lock Beta. Taking a look at my wallpaper, I downloaded this one from one of my wallpaper apps. In reference to which wallpaper app it was, what I will do is put that down below in the description box with a video link to the wallpaper apps that I use, because I've done a video on that recently. For all of you who are curious as to where on earth I get all of my wallpapers from, I have a video telling you just that, so that can be found down below. Now, upon unlocking my device and jumping to my home screen, you'll see that I have a theme running here. This is known as flat icons. Now, if you jump within Winterboard, you can choose a few things for the particular theme, flat icons. And what I currently have selected is flat weather, flat linens, flat oxo dark, and flat oxo. And then I also have the theme itself selected down here. Flat icon squared large. Looking at my springboard, you'll probably notice that my text is a little different as well, and that is achieved with Bada font. So to show you a little quick preview of how that particular text looks, this is a better view of it and how it will look when typing as well as on your keyboard. A few other things that I have installed on my device are OXO down here at the bottom, so I can quickly close out of background tasks, as well as quickly access my music, and a few shortcuts from within here as well. Sliding down my notification center up here at the top, that tweak is known as SB Center for Notification Center. One of my favorite tweaks. I think everybody should have that on their device so that you can quickly respring, reboot, or power off your device. And to do so, all you would have to do is select the option that you want. So I just selected respring. You should notice the text change right here as well. And then you just have to slide to perform that action. But I don't want to respring right now, so I'm not going to do that. Looking below that, I have NC settings, so I can quickly toggle a few things off and on. And then below that, I have a tweak known as compose. What this tweak will do is allow you to quickly compose a Twitter message, or you can easily compose a new event for your calendar, or a new note, or even a new reminder. So for those of you that frequently use any of those applications, this might be something you definitely want to check out as well. And then below that, I just have the weather application, and why it appears this way is because, as I mentioned before, I have the flat icons weather checked off within Winterboard in reference to a theme that I have running up here now. Also, in looking at my springboard, my icons and the layout of them have been customized with the tweak known as iconoclasm. The layout that I'm running here is known as the 3x4 layout. I also have it running as well in the folders here. So with a tweak known as folder enhancer, I can customize my folder a little bit more, as well as with iconoclasm, I can get this layout to appear like this within here. And when I swipe between pages, you'll notice this little animation with my icons. That is known as barrel. And the option I have set within there to get this little effect here is known as snake. Another tweak up here I'm really enjoying is to-do notes. So if I swipe over here to Spotlight, it'll show me one of my notes that I have set to be displayed here. This is very handy for me, especially if I have like a to-do list of things. I can easily just swipe between my pages and have reference to that without even having to go into the Notes application. You cannot customize the text here or change it or anything like that. It's a pre-made note within the Notes application that you just designate to be displayed on this page. Now, something else that really adds to this tweak being enjoyable for me is that when I tap up here and I go to search for something, it still allows me to utilize Spotlight so I can easily still continue to find things on my phone. And being that I'm an avid user of Notes and Spotlight, to have them merged into one is just a big plus, at least for me. Jumping into my settings, I have a lot of tweaks up here. Some I have not even used yet, and others I plan on reviewing. So I'm not going to dive into all of them, but I'll still show you what I have up here for those of you that are curious. So taking a look at the top, I have a 2x2 folder layout. That one will allow me to adjust the layout of my folders without the need of a theme to do so. Another one is Ask Assistant. That's one that I look to be reviewing soon. That's in reference to gestures and Siri. I also have OXO, as I mentioned before. Badge Customizer. That is one I really enjoy because it lets you customize the badges on your applications. So you can change the color of them, the layout of them, like where they appear on the app itself. Overall, it's pretty cool, and I've done a video on that as well. I also have Clock Hide. That's very useful, especially when you have a lock screen that has a clock on it and you need to hide the default clock that Apple gives you. Clock Hide will allow you to easily do so. And another good feature of it is that you do not have to respring for those changes to take effect either. Below that, I have Color Keyboard, so I can customize my keyboard as I so choose. I also have the Compose tweak I was showing earlier. I have Deep In, which is supposed to make your icons look a little bit 3D, I suppose. I'm not too sure. I haven't really dived into that one yet. I want to play with it first before I talk about it too much. Another one that I enjoy is Diet Bulletin. What it will do is that when I get a notification up here, instead of it coming further down, it just then in essence just takes up the space up there where your status bar is. And by that I mean where the clock is. In conjunction with that, I do use Flag Paint. I personally think Apple needs to implement that in their next iPhone, next iOS update, whatever. They need to go ahead and put that in there because it really changes the look of the banners that you get up there. It makes them more appealing to the eye. I also have Flasherama, Folder Enhancer, Grabby, Iconoclasm, and Telescreen X. Yes, it is displayed up there, but I do not have it on my device anymore. I was running a trial version, so I definitely need to delete that. And that's kind of it. I'm sure you can read as I'm scrolling. None of these really that I want to draw any attention to other than ProTube and Springtomize 2. That's how I get a lot of things customized on my device as well, such as my CoverFlow dock on my home screen here. People that want to know how I get that, that is done with the tweak Springtomize 2. I also have Tether Me up here for my free personal hotspot. Unfold, Wake Info, Winterboard, and Zepplin. And that's really it that I have up here. I hope some of those tweaks are still enjoyable to you all. I've been kind of holding off on doing one of these videos until I had some really good tweaks to show you all. So I really do hope that you enjoyed the tweaks that I did share with you today. But that does sum everything up. If you have any questions about what I have on my phone, feel free to drop those questions down below. I also like to correspond with y'all on Twitter, so don't hesitate to follow me up there. Drop a message. I do respond back. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, be friendly with that subscribe button. And as always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.